Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to be hunting for screws. With all the new players joining the game recently, I have seen a lot of comments where people are struggling to keep a decent supply of screws. And that's normal when you first start the game. You're going to be doing a lot of crafting just because you're crafting new gear, maybe scrapping it to learn mods, and screws are a component in pretty much everything. So what I have is a little route you can take. It'll net you about 50 screws, and it takes maybe 6 or 7 minutes. You should be able to run it pretty quickly. Before we get to that route, I do want to mention a couple other sources of screws. Number one, the best source in the game is an event called Colossal Problem. It happens right here at Monongah Mine, and it is a boss event. It's triggered by dropping a nuke on Monongah Mine. The reason that's such a good event is because it spawns a ton of Wendigos, and Wendigos drop screws. So if you do this event, every time you do, you're going to get hundreds and hundreds of screws. The downside is it does require a nuke, so either you need to be able to drop one or you need to be on a server when somebody drops a nuke for this event, and I'm finding it's not super common at the moment. Another option is from the Whitespring vendors, however this does depend on you having caps. So you can see this vendor is selling bulk screws. Now bulk screws, one bulk screw equals 10 screws, so this vendor is actually selling 100 of them. So one bulk screw will cost you 210. That is the price without any kind of buffs at all. You can use Hard Bargain and Great Mentats, and that can get the price down for you. But if you do have caps to spend, this can be a very easy option. Come here, spend a little money, and you're set. So the first stop we want to make is Monongah, the town of Monongah. There's some shooting going on in the background somewhere. Somebody's shooting something. And this is a fast travel spot, and actually where we're going is right here to the Monongah police station. Now, what I should mention with this route is the whole idea was I wanted a route you could run quickly. So basically the idea was you fast travel to the spot, you run in, you grab the junk, and you leave. So all of these spots, you shouldn't have to do any kind of combat. And the reason for that is combat takes time. So you should be able to just run in, get your stuff, and get out. What we're looking for in here is handcuffs and desk fans. And one more thing I should mention, you want to have tag for search on. So if you've tagged screws, it'll just make it easier. That way you'll know, you'll see the little magnifying glass next to the desk fan, the name of the desk fan right there. And that just lets me know that something I've tagged is in this thing and I want it. So we've got a desk fan here and we've got handcuffs right here on the table. This is right inside the main door. Then we want to open this door and there should be handcuffs right here on the floor. And then we're going to go upstairs and there will be another desk fan and handcuffs right here on the desk. So you can see so far that's what we picked up. 2 desk fans, 3 handcuffs. That is 5 screws from this location. And if you're not talking and making a video, this will take you no time at all. The next spot we want is Flatwoods. Here we are. This is a fast travel spot. We're actually going right to the church. Flatwoods actually has a lot of good junk just throughout the whole town. You can get a lot of stuff for cleaning out the town. But we are trying to make good time, so we are only going to the church and we are only grabbing what we're looking for. So we go in here, we've got a typewriter right here. We've got a desk fan and another typewriter. And then we go upstairs, just to this first area, not all the way to the top. And we have another desk fan and another desk fan. And that's it. Just like that, we picked up another 5 screws. The next stop we want to make is the Overseer's house, and we're actually going inside. The nice thing about the Overseer's house is it is instance, so you don't have to worry about other players looting it before you get here. It should always be just your instance. So we're just going to go straight upstairs. We'll work top to bottom rather, and we want this desk fan and this accordion. They both have screws in them. And then we'll go into the other bedroom and grab a desk fan right here on the dresser right there. Then we want to go into the bathroom, and on the shelf right here, there will be loose screws, and it's actually 4 loose screws. So easy peasy, no junk to break down, and that is lighter weight. And from there, we are going down the stairs where the Overseer likes to hang out, and we have another desk fan. And that's all there is from here. I think that's 8 screws from this location. The next stop is the Whitespring Mall. So right here, this is where you pop in when you fast travel. And there's actually a desk fan right here that we're going to grab. But whoops, if I can learn how to use a controller, then our next stop is actually going to be the children's place. It's called Captain Kids. So right in here, we have a new toy truck. And a new toy truck, I believe, is 2 screws. We'll check that in a minute. And a Giddyup Buttercup, which is 3 screws. Oh no, new toy truck is 3 screws. I was wrong. It's even better than that. So also this one, he can sell things. All right, so we have a Giddyup Buttercup. That's 3 screws for 74, which is kind of expensive, except you also get 2 springs and 2 gears. So I think that's a good deal. He's got a Giddyup Buttercup body for 2 screws and another new toy truck for 3 screws. So what we're actually going to do is equip Hard Bargain and get those prices down just a little bit. And if you want to be really aggressive, you can do Great Mentats. We're not going to do that. So 64 for Giddyup Buttercup, sure, we'll buy that. Giddyup Buttercup body for 26, absolutely. And a new toy truck for 24. That is a deal. The next stop is at the Whitespring, only this time we're going to the resort, or the refuge, as you will. And from there, we just want to run in. There's not that much here, but because it's so close, it's so easy. Want to go here. There is a desk fan on this side, and there's also a clipboard if you want to grab that, but we're not, and that is springs. We're only looking for screws today, so we'll grab the desk fan there, grab the one on the other side. There's also a clipboard. There's actually quite a bit of good junk here. And then around the corner, we've got a hot plate. So it's only 3 screws, but super easy. All right, the next stop is Foundation Outpost. If you've ever done eviction notice, you know exactly where that is. Now this one is a little variable, the amount you get. So you want to just go straight ahead from the fast travel spot, and we are looking for this ladder going up here, and there'll be a dead body. And there's screws here and screws here. Now I have seen this where, and this is just one, it's just one loose screw. I've seen this where there was only 1. I've seen it where there was 0, so this will vary. So we'll pick both of those up. Don't worry about the super mutants. They'll just kind of ignore you, the ones down there. But turn around, and on top of this ladder, there is another one. So that's 3 so far. And then you want to go upstairs, past the stash box, and right here to the other body. And there will be loose screws. Okay, so this is where a little very, sometimes they can be by the body, sometimes they can be on this little thing right here, but there's nothing by the body. So check, oh wow, okay, we did good though. So there's a screw here, and there are 3. Sometimes there's only 1 on top of this. So that's 7 total. And then there's a shelf over, oh, okay, so there's a shelf over here. This one's kind of optional. I'm gonna cheat and fly over, but this shelf I've had, wow, okay. It's definitely worth checking this shelf. The first time I came here, I found 0. The next time I found 1. We got really lucky, so there's 4 more screws. So that's what I mean. This is a pretty variable. That's the only 3 spots I've seen screws though, is just that platform over there, just under that other canopy where the dead body is, and on this shelf. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I don't know if they could spawn anywhere else, but usually what I find is anywhere between, it's been 7 every time, so we got lucky with 11 this time, so that's pretty cool. The next stop is the Monorail elevator, but we do not have to go actually on the elevator. So from the spawn point, we just want to run straight ahead, and we're actually going for the guard shack, which is behind this loader over here, just right here. And once we get inside, we will have right here, loose screws, but it looks like 1, it's actually 7. And every time I check this, it's actually been 7 every time. So there's 7 screws, boom, and we're done with this location. So the next spot, you want to travel to Appalachian Antiques. We are not going inside though. So this is the fast travel spot. You'll actually spawn in looking right there, and you actually want to turn and go down the road, and you can actually see your destination. There is a horse trailer straight ahead. It's on the bridge. And as you get closer to the horse trailer, you can see there are a couple of Giddyup Buttercups just on the road. Those are worth 3 screws each, so there is 6. If we go around, and in the back of the truck, we'll see one that's been disassembled. All you want is the body, and the body is worth 2 screws. So a total of 8 screws just right here. So this is all that we collected with our screws, and if we do a component view, it'll show we got 62 screws. So actually quite a bit more than 50. We did really well. That Foundation Outpost was kind of a score on that one, but that doesn't take very long. You should be able to do that. When I timed myself, it was like 6 to 7 minutes. And yeah, that's a pretty fast run. Obviously, it depends on you having all the fast travel spots. So you'll have to go to them one time, at least for the first time. Hopefully that little run will help you out with your screw situation. If you found this video helpful, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.